So now they roll the credits. You can skip the credits here in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and skip the credits. Let's give it a second. There'll be a little skip button will pop up here in a moment. So if you want to watch those, watch them. But when you get this far, but I'm not going to play through all the credits. But here in a second or two, it's going to let us skip. I think it lets us skip. Maybe I got to go further. Oh, maybe it's going to force us to watch them. All right, so we'll just watch them, I guess. I thought it was going to let me skip. All right, so it's just going to take a minute, and then we'll go. There it goes, skip. It just took longer than I expected. Hit B to skip. So then what happens? We've just finished the game. And what the heck? It starts the game over. That's basically what happens. So this is the character that we initially built. We'll just leave it. We're not going to change anything. Traits, we started with Dream Home. You can change what you look like, and you can change your starting traits. I'm going to drop the Dream Home, and I'll try something else. I'll do Taskmaster. That's what I kind of like. Occasionally, if you have crew trained in a certain ship system, it will automatically repair itself to full health whenever it's damaged below 50%. However, all crew costs twice as much to hire. I think that's a really good one. I took Dream Home last time. We never used our house. So it is a good one if you're going to use houses. I'm going to keep the Wanted, and I'm going to keep the Alien DNA. So Alien DNA. You volunteered for a controversial experiment that combines alien and human DNA. As a result, you start with increased health, oxygen, healing. Food items aren't as effective. Okay. And then Wanted. I like Wanted. Someone put a price on your head. Words already spread. Occasionally, armed mercenaries will show up and try to kill you. So you get more bounty hunter, mercenary kind of encounters. And so you pick which of these things you want as your starting thing. This wasn't in the initial release of the game, but they patched it later to allow you to change what you look like and change change how your start is. All right, so we're going to restart and then see what happens. You can change your name. You can change your pronouns. And boom, Starborn. This is what you have become. A being who has touched the infinite. Your story is over, but will begin anew. In this universe and countless others, you remember all you have learned. Your possessions and everyone you knew have been left behind. Explore this new universe and all it offers through the Unity. And so what happens is you respawn here, Vectera. Cargo hold, power circuits, and into sight. So you've respawned on a Starborn spaceship. And the captain's locker, 2 super cooled magnets. Now that's what you look like. You're one of the Starborn now. And you're in a ship. And your ship is over Vectera. So scan it, because that's what we always do. There's the Argos extractor mining facility. And you're just back in Vectera. And then let's look at our ship and our inventory. So this is what we look like. Notice we're still level 43. That's where we were. Skill points. We have 0 skill points, but you retain all of the skills that you had. So we're still 43 and we're basically it's sort of like Groundhog Day if you watch that movie. We're restarting the game at level, but instead of level 1, we're at level 40 whatever 3, and we have all those skills, and we basically can continue the game and make new choices. And so it ends up being a different game. It really does. Every time I've played this game, and I've done it a few times now, um, I learn something new, or I do something different. And so that's what's kind of interesting about it. So it's kind of a multiverse theory where you can step into a new universe and have a fresh life and start over. So it's kind of a reincarnation or a Groundhog Day kind of effect. So our suit, we've spawned in with the Starborn spacesuit Astra, and it's got legendary effects on it. So we start with a legendary suit. It's got O2 filter, galvanized, and sensor chip. Um, that's all we have. We have nothing else. We have no guns. We got no food. We got no meds. We got no ammo. We've got a suit. Now, the bad thing about this suit, it's a nice suit, right? 149 physical, 149 energy, 149 AM. That's better than any starter suit we could possibly have. Problem with it is we have no helmet and we have no pack. So because of that, it's a nice suit, but we can only possibly have these 3 legendary effects. We can't have more than that. And it comes with but it does have, actually it does have a balanced boost pack built in, but we can only have these 3 effects. So a lot of times I wouldn't use this suit because pretty quick having those 3 pieces would get better, to be honest. But I'd wear it until I got 3 pieces that added up to better than this. So basically, you got to remember, you got to add up your pack, your helmet, and your suit stats, and then decide, is that better than this suit? And you can save scum this suit, by the way. If we were to go back to our save and then keep being reborn over and over, you would get different legendary effects on the suit, and so you could do that if you wanted. I'm not going to save scum in this playthrough unless people really want me to, but I am going to keep playing, by the way. And even though I finished it, I'm going to play it again, but I'm going to play it a little different. So that's how the pack works. Tired of streaming to Zero, fellow? Nope, I'm not tired of streaming to Zero. I'm not interested in any services. Thanks, dude. Fellow Soundtrack W. Yeah, however the stream grows, the stream grows. I don't care. I'm going to play this game and I'm going to stream, and if people watch it, great. If people don't watch it, great. I don't care. The other thing is our ship, right? Okay, so one thing to note, going through the Unity has benefits. If you go through the Unity a second time, so really this is considered, you may have heard people talk about NG for next game. This is we're now in next game. So this is next game 1, right? This is the suit you get from next game 1. If you enter the Unity again, if we finish the game again, you get a slightly better suit. There are 10 different Starborn suits, and they get progressively better till, arguably there's probably only one suit better than the NG10 suit. And so it's definitely worth going through the Unity multiple times for those suits. The other thing is, notice we have our Starborn powers, right? We went through without picking up the extra powers. So now you can go through, and if you find the powers again, it actually upgrades them. Since Star Stuff also has, all of these powers have like 10 levels to them. So to get these powers fully maxed, you have to go through Unity. You got to beat the game 10 times. So that's a grind. But my advice, if I was playing the game for the very first time, I'd play it through kind of like what we just did, or I'd try to finish everything. But I would make sure I got all of the powers before I went through. Then I'd probably try to do a little bit of speed running just to get all the powers up to level 10, and it'll take some time to do that. But you don't have to speed run. But it is useful to have all powers and have all the powers up to 10. So you've got to do 10 runs to get the maxed out suit, and you've got to do 10 runs to get the maxed out powers. The other thing you get is this. We've come through, and our starter ship is this. Now we still have the Frontier, by the way, so you can still switch to the Frontier if you want once you get to a spaceship technician. But we start with this one, and this one's got 30 light-year jump range, where the Frontier only had 16. So you can pretty much go anywhere with this ship. So you're not limited by the new starter ship. And the weapons on here, I would say, are better than the starter ship, but they're really not that good. This is not a really good fighting ship. It's got a solar flare kind of cannon, and it's got like some kind of plasma torpedo on it. So you can fight with it, but it's actually a fairly weak fighting ship. And its cargo hold is it's better than the Frontier. It's 997. And it comes with shielded capacity, so you can smuggle in it, and it can have a crew up to 5. So no doubt this is a better ship than the Frontier all around, but it's not the best ship. You're still better off building your own ship. But at this point, this is a ship that could last, longer than the Frontier lasted us on the other, right? Now, another thing about the ship, if I remember right, there are 6 different ships. There's a Starborn Guardian, then a Starborn Guardian 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get progressively better. And so what you want to do is go through the Unity at least 6 times to have the best ship to start. That's not that big a deal, because again, you can just buy a new ship. So that's how that all works, okay? So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm actually going to get out of this. So we're level 43. We're on board the Starborn Guardian, and it's saved. But I've also got the save in the Unity and back on the Narwhal. So I can go back to this character if I want. I'm going to go to a different character. I'm going to go to my other Deslok. And I'm going to start this Deslok over again. When was this? A year ago. The last time I played this Deslok to that level was a year ago. I did log into him real quick not that long ago just to see what was going on, where he was, and it auto-saved me. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start this Deslok at level 218, and I'm going to play from here. So I'm going to keep playing, but now I'm going to play different. So this is Deslok at level 205. So this is going to be a completely different kind of game. So what I'm going to assume is I'm fast forwarding, okay? So Deslok, this is Deslok, has now gone through the Unity 10 plus times and has all the maxed out stuff. Oh, we got to do this again. All right. That's where I had it saved. So Deslok's now level 205. Been through the Unity 10 times. Actually, more than 10 times. He's been through more than 10 times. So we'll just get through this as quick as we can. This is how I'm going to play it. I'm going to play Deslok with knowledge that now he knows kind of what's going to happen, because it's Groundhog's Day. He's done this 10 times. He's already got a lot more skills than the old Deslok had, so it's going to give him a lot of new choices that I didn't have before. And I don't know if this will work out well, but I'm going to go ahead and bump it up and play it on extreme. So I played the original run through on just normal difficulty. But now that he's got a lot more skills and stuff, I'm going to try it on extreme. Now, one thing, he's level 200. That means your enemies scale up with you, okay? So he's going to, instead of running into level 30 Starborn, he's going to run into level 100 Starborn or even higher. I don't know, maybe 100 is the highest. Been a while. It's been like a year since I actually played on the NG Plus version of Deslok. So again, this will be a different game. I'm gonna make different choices as we play through, and if it's really too hard, I might turn the difficulty down, but we'll see. But spaceship combat will be harder. Gunfights will be harder, but I will find more advanced and legendary gear. My gear will progress quicker than it did before. So it's going to be a different game. And so we'll start playing here as soon as this cut screen finishes. We got to go into this just a little bit, and then it'll let us skip. It's a pain. Now you can save scum here if you want. Basically, you just save it a little sooner than I just did, maybe, or a little later, and you can get a slightly different suit if you do that. The only thing you get different is the starter suit. And basically, if you save scum, you can get a suit with different legendary effects. The main stats. Okay, good. We can exit now. The base stats stay the same. All right, so same. He might look slightly different because I might have built the character slightly different. All right, so we played that on Dream Home, Wanted, and Alien DNA last time. I'm going to switch off the Dream Home just to try something different. I'm going to do Taskmaster. So occasionally, if you have a true trained on certain ship systems, they'll repair themselves. But your crew costs twice as much to hire. Okay, we'll just try it that way. And you can choose any of these. But I think I'll stay in this world a long time and try to play through all the quests until I get bored with it, basically. All right, so that's how we're going to start. And you notice our suit is black now because we have this is actually a different suit than we had a minute ago. All right, so finish. How do I finish? X to confirm. Not going to change. So it looks the same. The interior of the ship looks exactly the same. We're over Vectera. We'll have a quick look, and I'm going to take that out of the captain's locker because I don't really use my captain's locker, and I'm just going to put it over here. Oops. So this is our. I don't know why it started us with this stuff. It's just completely random. So that's our cargo hold. Let's look at our gear. So this suit's slightly different than the one we just had. So this is the Starborn spacesuit Venator. Remember that other one had something like physical 180 or something like that? This one's got 306. So this is a much better suit. So again, every time you beat the game, it gives you a better suit to start with. Oh, we're carrying those resources. I need to dump those. I need to put those back on the in the cargo. And this one's different. Look, it's legendary stuff is different. It's ablative, liquid cooled, and incendiary. Honestly, I don't really like any of those. None of those would be my first choice. The energy is probably the best one because at higher levels things use energy weapons more. The incendiary is kind of weak. The liquid cool is kind of weak. So if I was into save scumming, I would definitely save scum this suit. But hey, we're going to play with what we got. And then our resources, I guess I accidentally picked all those up. So let's check out our ship. So now we're in a Starborn Guardian 6, right? So our guns are a little better. Our cargo is up to 1496 instead of like the other one had like 900 and something on it. So again, it's a slightly better ship. So it's worth speed running it or however you want to do it if you want to really play this game long term, is get all your Starborn powers all the way to rank 10 and get your ship up to rank 6. But the ship's not that important because quickly, again, you can just buy or build your own ship. And we still have the Frontier. If we want to fly the Frontier, we can. You can have up to 10 ships in this game. I don't like that. I'd like to have been able to collect every one of the ships possible, but you can't do it. All right, so and we can't change ships unless we're at a ship technician. So again, this ship is better than our starter ship, the Starborn Guardian 1, but it's still not the best combat ship. It's really an explorer ship. It's got, it's got decent cargo, 1496, and it's got decent weapons, but it isn't really a warship. It's not really a cargo ship. Oh, and I take that back. On the cargo, I don't know what this ship really has, and the reason I say that is, oh, here, let me dump those resources. I don't want them. So cargo hold, resources. I picked them up by mistake, and store all. Okay, so we got rid of that. So let's look back at our skills. So the problem, it looks like that ship has much more cargo, but see, I've got level 4 payload skill. So my ship has 50% more cargo capacity than usual. That original character, the 43 character, doesn't have that. All right, so let me refresh my brain on what my skills are. What did I take? So I've got fitness up to level 4, stealth up to level 4, weightlifting up to 4, wellness up to 4, pain tolerance up to 4, gymnastics up to 4. I've got energy dissipation only at 3, so I could put some points into that. Didn't take any of this. I've got concealment into 4, and I've got rejuvenation into 4. Regenerate health even faster outside of combat. So social skills, I've got commerce up to level 4. Persuasion, I've only still got at level 1. I never leveled that up. Scavenging, you get better drops. So I've got that to level 3. Still only have like pickpocketing up to level 1. I never bothered going higher. Isolation. Isolation's a really good skill if you're running without a companion. You do 40% more weapon damage and 60 damage resistance for each spacesuit and helmet equipped when you don't have a companion. Now I don't know if that, since I'm only wearing the one spacesuit, it would that skill would probably be better if I didn't wear my Starborn spacesuit. I've got leadership, so that means my crew has better bonuses. They pick themselves up faster. I've got outpost management at 4, so I can build, better outposts basically. Manipulation, I can manipulate targets. Basically, you can kind of mind control things. I've got ship command at level 4. That means I can have the max number of 8 crew members as long as my ship has 8 crew stations. It's got to be a bit of both. You got to have ship command and you got to have a big enough ship to carry more people. I've got ballistics up to level 4. I tend to prefer ballistic weapons over all else. I've got lasers up to 4, so I can use lasers. I've got pistols up to 4. I've got rifles up to 4. I've got demolitions, so my grenades do more damage and I take less grenade damage, and they have wider area of effects. And you also have like a little targeting on your grenades. I've got particle beam weapons up to 4, and these are all personal weapons. I've got rifles up to level 4. I've got marksmanship so non-automatic ranged weapons without a scope do double damage. So because of like marksmanship, you really want to use semi-automatic weapons and not autos. I've got rapid reloading up to 4. I've got sniper up to 4. So that anytime you're using a scope, that helps. So scoped semi-automatic weapons are really going to do the most damage with this build. I've got targeting up to 4. You can disarm people when you shoot them. I've got armor penetration, so it lessens their armor's ability to protect them, I guess. Yeah. Crippling, you can basically stun or stagger enemies a little more often. Sharpshooting, ranged critical hits increase damage. Science skills, I've got astrodynamics, so I've got increased jump range. I've got medicine, so heal packs heal better. I've got research methods that allows me to research stuff faster. I can scan better up to level 4 on inorganic resources on planets. So that's from space. You can scan from space and find more stuff, so you can land in the right place to like mine stuff. I've got level 3 spacesuit design, level 4 weapon engineering. I've got astrophysics. This is the actual scanning from planetary distances. Chemistry, I can make better chemicals, so better medicines. Outpost engineering, again, less resources to build stuff. Special projects, I can craft extra good stuff. Got planetary habitation. You need this if you want to colonize, kind of build outposts on really dangerous planets like lava planets and things like that. Anaerotic fusion, your reactors generate more power. And then lastly, my tech skills. I've got boost pack at 4, piloting at 4, security at 3, so that's locks I can pick. But at 3 you can pick everything. Targeting at 4 for your ship. Shields are level 4. Payloads are level 4. That allows me to carry more cargo. Engine systems are level 4. My ships are going to be faster. Particle beams. So if I'm running particle beams on the ship, it does more damage. Starship design. I can build my own ships. That's at level 4, so I can build anything. You need 2 things. You need to be level 60, and you need Starship Engineering 4 to be able to build everything. We need to. Well, there's a couple of quest lines you have to do before you can get every single thing in the game, but you can get most things without the quests. I've got boost assault training. That's good. You can fight while boosting much, much better. And then automated weapons. So that's turrets. If you've got turrets on your ship, they work better. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. All right, so let's go. We're on our ship. We just started. We're going to play again. Let's go sit down. The only thing I don't like about this ship, other than, you know, what I've already said, is there's no bed. I always like somewhere to sleep. All right, so we're here. We're in Vectera. And one thing we can do is I've got a skill where before I could only scan the planet that I was over, but I can actually scan every planet in this system now when I land in this system because I took a higher level of like planetary scanning skill. So just FYI, you can do that. And actually, I think I've got this skill at level 4. So I can even scan systems that are like up to, it might be like 16 light years away, something like that. So there's a range. I can actually scan other systems from here and see what's on. So see, I'm scanning these planets. So you can quickly, see if I go back, that one's scanned. You can quickly scan all these planets. And like I said, I'm going to do this playthrough really completely differently from my other one. And it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. What's this? Dalvik. Let's do Dalvik. Okay, so I've just surveyed or scanned that entire place. Oh, I didn't do this one. Oh yeah, I did. And a couple things. One is, if you look, this one is already surveyed now because it's a gas giant. Gas giants have nothing below. So there's no flora, there's no fauna, there's nothing to be mined. And so as soon as you scan a gas giant, it counts as fully surveyed. Now you can sell that data. And then remember, if you get 3 dots like here on Nira, that means there's something on the planet. It's that little thing over here. There's one-of-a-kind salvages there. And we could go there right now if we want. It's not like last time. We're not under Project Indigo this time. All right. So, but we're over the mining planet. So let's jump down to Argos extractors. Let's go back to where it all started. Okay. We'll do it, and we're just going to do a new run through, and we're just going to do it logically the way we're supposed to do it. So here's our ship. We just landed, and we're back on Vectera. And if you look around, this is right after the gunfight with the pirates. To them, we have just left. We just got on Barrett's ship and left.
We're still in one. Hey, I don't know how you kept your cool back there.
So see, we're in our suit, but oh, here, let me change that. If we go here, there's a thing, hide spacesuit in settlements. So I'll do that. I like that. So But now we're actually in our Starborn suit, and but Heller knows us.
Hey,
Lynn?
sounds like you
You
gotta
going?
go.
Staying around isn't helping us out any.
Get that artifact to Constellation. I know you want to learn more about what happened to you. I'm counting on it. Go.
So nobody remembers what happened because we're in a new universe. And we're starting, again, in the old universe we had
Go.
Protocol
Make the delivery
Indigo,
of Constellation. This is all one big write-off
and we
now.
had to go back to
Oh.
Constellation, and we had to
Let's keep
stop
my
off
ship
and
in
fight
one
those
piece,
pirates.
okay?
And remember, when we first started, we got this starter gun. So we picked this stuff up. So now we've got our starter gun. It's the only thing we got. I usually assign handguns back here. Oh, and we picked up a med pack. So the med pack automatically assigned there. Oops, I messed up. That's not how you assign guns. So we're gonna equip it, and we're gonna put it there on our hot bar. So you got to start over. And see, now I have all the Starborn powers. And what I like to do is I like my favorites. I like phase time. We never got that in the last universe. So I put phase time. I like sense star stuff. I'm going to put that there. And I like elemental pull. These are the ones I use most often. I'm going to put that there. So yeah, it's weird. We're starting all over. So let's do a quick
Oh god.
look
I'm gonna throw up.
inside the habitat. Because we're starting with nothing. We need some gear, right? Hey Ulysses, thanks for joining. Hey, if you're still on, I'm not interested in any kind of services or promotion, but thanks. If you like Starfield, keep watching. Or if you like something else, great chat. So see, it's kind of weird. We're starting all over. Okay, a cutter. We need a cutter.
How'd they sucker you to join? Fall for the fancy
And see the
pamphlets?
same logs as before.
Supervisor's log supplemental. Still day 2 of Argos Extractors Vectera dig. Restock collective claim ID Beta 7548
Some
Alpha.
food.
Done here
As
soon.
far as anyone knows, this
I
is
hear
just
this
another
is the
ore
last
run.
dig.
Vectera's got enough mid-level veins to keep everyone working and not asking questions. I've told Heller everything he needs to know, which is pretty much everything I know. And this is another one of Barrett's special orders. He made
So we're gonna go through
payment
here
for
and
the
grab
log,
some gear.
even if it was a bust.
Credits. We need credits.
Glad
I'm not
we're
so
off this
sure.
rock.
This place is giving me the willies.
There's a
I
suit.
think we're going to
Deep
find
mining spacesuit. It's money. It's not going to be better than the
I'm
suit
busy.
we have.
I just have no idea what it could be,
Anyone else to bother?
or why Barrett might want it. But those sweet Constellation credits.
So you're going to run into
dig a
different
hole
people.
and keep
Different
our
things are going to
mouths
happen from last time.
shut. And I'm okay with that. Hopefully, between Barrett's mysterious thing and the ore itself, we'll be done with this rock.
All right,
in
I'm going to
5
get out of
days,
this.
When the transport is
Or not out of
supposed to
this.
come back
Get
for
out of
extraction.
third person. I like first person. So see, now we kind of know where things are going to be because we've done this before. So we've got, again, it's like Groundhog Day. Remember, Bill Murray said he was like God because God's just been around a long time and knows everything. That's
Take care of
kind of how it
yourself.
is.
This is the personal log of Lynn's amazing right-hand man. That's me, Heller.
So it's going to be
Another day,
slightly
another
different,
giant
though.
rock.
That's
This has
The
been a
rock
good run.
currently in question
You lucked
is
out being picked
Vectera,
up for this
which
one.
is...
So yeah,
it's a moon.
the game's
It's
weird
space.
because
It's
a
got
lot of
more,
things are the same,
like the last
but a
one.
lot of things aren't the
Unless
same
you're me,
when you
and
go
can
through and do it.
appreciate the
And like I said, new
beautiful
things happen every time I do
distinction
this.
between
And like I said, I've played up
neodymium,
through
and
level
iridium.
200
I
on
love
one
these
character.
clowns, but most of them can't tell iron from glass.
Argos usually ain't so good at picking sites. Oh, this time.
And I'm still finding new things. So I've been through the Unity 10 plus times. So it is these are all space undersuits. I'm not going to bother grabbing another one. Anything in the middle here? Slate. Talks about how the CO2 buildup happens.
Oh, sure. Just take
We
my
already know
stuff.
about that.
All yours.
Zero wire, that's crafting material. We can go through there in a minute. Let's go check this first.
Don't get too used to how easy this has been. Next day.
You can use the cutter as a
Toxic
weapon
hazards.
now that we've got it. If our Eon pistol
Supervisor's log.
runs out of
Day
bullets.
2 of Argus Extractors Vectera.
You got a few more digs to
Freestar
go before I
Collective
feel
Claim
like
ID Beta
Oh,
7548.
you know what I
Alpha.
forgot to do? And it hasn't mattered yet, but let's go to settings and go to game options. So see, I'm playing this on extreme. So I'd already saved this. I played this character on extreme up to level 200. But I left everything else as normal. But I put the player combat, and then I left everything else on its normal settings. And if you play on extreme, you get plus 6% XP for each of these. So you level up a little bit faster, you know. So extreme enemies deal significant damage. I don't know if you want to play on extreme, but no, you will get a little bit better drops if you do. If it turns out too hard, I'll switch down to very hard. But I'm going to try to do this. But I'm going to leave everything else the way it was. Carry capacity on normal mode. You can make it easier or harder. You can make ammo weigh. You can make it harder to sleep heal. You can make it so food heals differently. So these are all things that weren't in the original game. A lot of these, they patched it in. But I'm just going to go with these for now. This is how I'm going to play it for now. Okay, so we're on extreme. So the bad guys are no joke
New record for us.
on extreme.
18 hours,
And most of them are going to be
including
running like advanced
the
weapons
prefabs are
in
starting to show
gunfights.
their age, though. Time to rebudget for new
All right, let's go through
equipment.
that door over
Okay.
here.
The crew is good.
And,
Spirits are high enough. Hella
gotta
is a
click
pain
that
in the ass, as always,
The
and completely indispensable.
what's really hard is ship combat. On extreme, ship combat is much
He
harder
knows it.
than it is on standard mode.
Calvert remains the weak link. You just can't train away stupid. But she's got a daughter on Mars or something.
Personal log. Heller.
And you can
Argos
listen to those
Extractors.
later if you want.
I figured Vectera
Master.
standard
So we
mode.
don't have a
Looks like
digipick,
I was
so we can't open that even if we wanted to.
Lynn just filled me in on what
And I don't
we're
usually
really doing here.
open masters, but at the
Looks like
beginning of the
Lynn's got
game I
another-
might have done it
what's
because
the
I've
word
got
she
like
used?
no gear.
Discreet
We
contract.
got like
That
one
Barry
gun
guy.
and that's it,
Says
and
there's
a
something
suit.
special here, and he's paying top dollar for us to find
Missed
it.
that.
Rip it
All right,
out,
we're done in
deliver
here.
it. No
Had a
questions
few
asked.
credits. I think we
We
looted
have, of
everything
course,
in
been
here.
honoring this
So let's go back
arrangement
outside.
By asking Lynn a ton of questions. She's playing it close to her sweaty old best, as usual. The guy does have... What the hell does special even mean in this case? We're on a moon
So now
in the middle
we
of
could
nowhere.
leave,
Either this guy
or
wants to get
let's see if we can get in.
jewelry
I don't
from
think you
some
can get
rare
in this one over
or
here.
there's some kind of
There's
ancient
another
alien death weapon buried
building,
here.
but I think it's locked still. I think it's locked. It's quest locked.
Or Carlos.
Yeah, see,
Or Naya.
this thing's
And
busted.
if it's a death weapon,
You can't
I
get in.
to shoot it first. Those
So
are my
now
terms.
you got a choice. You could explore this planet. Like, it's got 5 resources on it. So you could go down and survey it. Now, one thing I like to do is I've got that starborn power I told you about, elemental pull. We did get that in the other game, but I didn't use it much, I don't think. So elemental pull, you just trigger that starborn power, and what it'll do is any resources that are in range, it will gather them, and you don't have to use your laser cutter to pick them up. I find that to be an excellent one. So here, look, we've got no resources. Let's just use it. It just sucked in benzene, water, and nickel. And, oh, it picked up all 5. So all 5 were in range of that power. We just finished surveying that planet. I love that power. So I really spend no time mining resources with a laser cutter, pretty much. Sometimes I will, but this is the way to do it. The higher level of this skill, the wider the range is on that power. And the less energy it uses, so you can use stuff more often. So we just fully surveyed the planet just by doing that. And it would have taken us probably 20 minutes to run around and find 5 of those different resources just by running around. All right, let's do what we always do. Let's look at the map. So the only other thing that's in range is that. And when we first played the game, we could have done this, but we didn't. We didn't go around and do this. One of the problems is you start out without a boost pack, and so it's hard to navigate caves, and that's probably a cave. And so if we target it, we can find out it's a cave. And then in the distance, that's a covered crater. Okay. But there's no reason to do it. I don't think. Unless you guys tell me if you want me to go into the cave, but otherwise I'm going to leave. We don't have our car because we haven't bought one in this universe. All right, so they want us to go back to Constellation again. So how do you get in the ship? Here's the cargo bay here. You got to fly up here and enter, and we're back on the ship. Right? Now we'll do our normal. We're going to dump our junk. We'll just, for now, we'll just dump it all in the cargo hold because we don't have much stuff. So we got 7 resources. We got some notes. We'll hold on to that. See, we picked up Ansalon, Dipala, and Vectera survey data already. So that's some money. Got some aid. I'm not going to use that. Probably not going to use that. Not going to use that. Not going to use that. Hold on to those. Ammo. We only have 100 rounds of 777 for the Eon. We got a space undersuit. It's better than running around naked. And we got 2 spacesuits. I'm going to put the spacesuit in the cargo hold. And we got 2 weapons. We got the cutter and we got the Eon. Alright, so where are we going to go? Well, this is weird. Like, I'm going to play it a little bit like, you know, we just did our last run through. You know what? I'm going to go back to... In the other one, we had to go back to Crete, right? In this version, we don't have to go to Crete. We're not on the frontier. We're not bound by Project Indigo. So we can go anywhere we want now. And we've got a ship that can go anywhere. But, just like old times, I'm going to go back to Crete, because that's where we went in our first run through. So let's do it. Alright, we already scanned it. And remember, if you guys were watching me, when we played through before, we landed at Crete because we had to deal with the pirate captain. So this time, you can go back to Crete, just like we did last time, or not. It's up to you. So we're exiting the... Oh, I got up. I didn't mean to do that. So let's exit the ship. Might as well exit it so you guys can see the exit. There's nothing else on the ship except that cargo container. So that's your docking bay right there if we were in space, and this is your exit. It took me a long time to find this because this door is kind of hidden. I didn't realize this was a door for the longest time. It was probably a few next games and a few Unities before I got to that door. Yep, there's the moon. Alright, where are we going? Crete Research Lab. That's where we're going. And so things can be slightly different. On some planets, kind of caves will be in different places and stuff like that. And Crete, alright, we're not going to survey the whole planet, I don't think, but we're going to go to the research lab. Oh, that's not the research lab. What is that? A radio tower way over there. And over there is an abandoned Demas scrapyard. You know what? We're going to do this different. We're going to go to that Demas scrapyard this time. And again, I can scan that if I want, but it's actually easier and better if I just use my superpower. It's gone. I just grabbed it. We just picked up silver, lead, iron. I love that power. And we've now mined all the resources. We've got 8 for 8. But this scrapyard is new. In our last run through, this scrapyard wasn't here. Or, well, it might have been. We just didn't go. I don't think we went there. All right. Now we got to be careful because we are running on extreme and we're low ammo. So I'm not going to fight that if I can help it because I just don't have the ammo. All right. So we scanned enough of those. All right, there's somebody there. And remember, we're unaffiliated now. We're no longer a member of the fleet. So what is this guy?
What?
He's a spacer. Where'd he go? Kind of guns he got. Remember, we only have this gun and 100 rounds. So the most important thing right now is getting some guns. All right, a calibrated Grendel is better than what we're running. So I'm going to put that in as our daily driver. We pick, and it takes the same kind of ammo. All right, where are they? There's one back here. Oh, you know what? The Eon might actually be better. Yeah, the Eon's actually better. It hits harder. What did we just pick up there? Modified Equinox does 8. Calibrated Grendel does... See, the Eon does 30. So that's why I said the Eon is the better option, mostly. We don't have much ammo. We're going to stick with the Eon for right now. Med pack. Yeah, with this gun, you're better off getting in close. Bashing Coachman. We only got 5 rounds left in this bad boy. So if you can tell, if you watched my earlier game, this is a completely different game. We're playing, it's much harder. All right, weapons, what do we got? Got the modified Equinox if we need it. We got the Coachman, does 136. So that's a nice weapon. And a bashing Coachman. So the bashing is a little bit better. So we're gonna switch to the Coachman, but we need to be in close. Its range isn't great. And we're gonna favorite that. I usually put my shotguns like here. And I usually put okay, and I'll put the Equinox, just load up all the weapons we have. Put the Equinox there for now. All right, I'm gonna run the Coachman for a little bit, see how that goes for us. Do I have any more heals left? Just check out our situation. Med packs. I got 2 med packs. Okay, and a trauma pack. Okay. Here, let me favorite the trauma pack. Usually I actually do it this way. I usually do trauma pack there. I usually put med pack there, and I usually put amp at the top. Okay, we're good now. And then I'm gonna bring up phase time. If we get in real trouble, we'll use phase time. Yeah, we need to get in close with these weapons. We don't really have a decent kind of sniper rifle yet. The problem with this gun, it hits really hard, but it's only a 2-shooter. Now I do have fully maxed out shotgun skill as well, so that helps. And again, so this is, you know, if you can't tell, this game is completely different than what we were playing. Oh, that's lucky. Nova Galactic Manual number 9. Now these, just FYI, those do carry over through next gen, through different unities. So once you've found those magazines, you don't need to find them again. So at this point, I'm positive I've found all the magazines. You know, I've lost track. I used to keep track of finding them all, and where they were and all that, but at this point in the game, I found them all. Oliver Twist, that's one of the books that gives you, you know, a quest. So that tells us where London is, basically. So I basically pick up the same stuff I did last time, but one thing about this game, once you've done the Unity thing, you notice like gear doesn't really matter. Because once you go through the Unity, you start over anyway. Ooh, my plushies. I will probably I'll build outposts in this run through. That'll be complete. Oh, that was empty. That was waste. None of that's worth anything. blue labor jumpsuit is probably better than the undersuit we're wearing. None of the spacesuits we're going to find early, I don't think, are going to be useful. Oh, we need to sleep. We need that. We need to heal up if we need to, and we need the 10% bonus, and I'm going to quick save. I usually, as a habit, I try to quick save after healing up. Okay, we got a couple of outfits out of this. Some credits. Remember, we started with nothing. And it's just targets of opportunity. We just happen to find this shotgun. Here, let's check our gear. Let's see what we got running. We don't have to worry about the spacesuits right now, but let's look at our guns. We got the coachman, we got a few Grendels, we got a regular coachman. Alright, nothing new. Apparel. I usually just put on the stuff early that looks good. That looks pretty good. Blue labor jumpsuit. Yeah, we'll do that.
Here we go!
I try to remember to loot them so I don't lose track of where they're at. And we do have reload skills, so we reload faster. I hate spacers. I kind of like the Crimson Fleet. I'm a member of the fleet, or I was a member. I'm not a member anymore. Anti-ballistic navigator spacesuit. So since we're on extreme, we get more options for epic kind of gear. Master lock. We don't have any digipicks, I don't think. Let me check. Nope, we haven't found any digipicks yet, so we can't pick any locks, even if we want to. Oh, there's a guy.
I see you! Fire! You're done!
Ooh, modified maelstrom. Hold on, let me check that out. Alright, it's got a scope on it. That's now our scoped weapon. We only have 67 rounds. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's scoped. So if we need a scoped weapon, I usually like to lay it out. I got my normal gun, which right now is this. Scoped weapon, a shotgun.
Best you can do?
Where is he? I think we winged him just a little bit. Keep running. You're not getting away, dude. Okay. So if you watched me earlier, you can see this is a different game. We're running and shooting much more than we did in the other one. And we're using the coachman. We didn't really use that in the last one because we didn't really have a good one. All right, what do we got here? Helium 3. Helium 3. I'm going to start looting. I don't know if I've killed them all yet. I usually don't have to worry about looting these guys as I come across them because I've already done it. I usually loot them as I go. I think this is the thing that had the master lock on it. Yep. We don't have a digipick yet, so we can't even open it if we want to. That's our ship over there. We're starborn now. And we're actually a pretty strong starborn. Because we're on next game 10, NG plus 10. So we've been through the Unity like at least 10 times. That's as strong as you get. You don't get any stronger than that. And again, we've got like a lot of maxed out skills. So because we have those maxed out skills, we hit really hard, and we've got higher defense than average. Did I loot that guy? Let's check. Yes. Once in a while, I miss somebody. Okay, let's check these buildings. I think we've cleared the area. Yeah, it appears so. Yep. So I think we've killed all the spacers. Let's check these. Let's just double check these buildings. I don't know if we hit all the buildings or this ship. Can we get in this ship? It doesn't appear that we can get into it. Oh, not FaceTime. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I don't usually do star stuff. My bad. I usually put personal atmosphere there. Where's personal atmosphere? There it is. Okay, that's the one that I want. Okay. Yeah, it appears you can't get in this ship. And we were already up here. I just want to make sure we hit all these rooms. Okay, we hit this one already. And I tend to loot them as I go. So I can kind of tell where I've been. It's one of the reasons I loot them. We slept in here. We went down. Okay, we haven't been over to these two, I don't think. Yeah, and so different start. This isn't what we did at all on Vectera before. We need money, sealant, beer. We need beer. Digipick. It's a master, so I'm not. I don't know if I want to bother trying to open that. I only have the one, so if I mess it up, we lose the pick. And it is random what's going to be in there, but it is a room, so there's the potential to be a bunch of stuff in there. So decisions. Ah, this is good stuff. Can't have too much ammo. Alright, there was one more building. It wasn't out that way. Oh, we haven't been over there yet. Could be bad guys over there. We'll go over there next, but let me check this other building out. I don't think we went to this building. I could be wrong. It's low gravity, so I'm jumping really high. I don't think we've been in here. If I find loot, I'll know I haven't been in here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I haven't been in here. Okay, that's everything in here. All right, that's all. I think that's all the buildings. Let's look at that outbuilding. Is it over here? Yeah, I don't think we went over here. So there could be a spacer over here. Oh, we've been over here. Okay. Check here, nothing. All right, we're done here. Oh wait, I didn't check that tower out. Let's check that tower out. Nothing. Okay. All right, let's look at the map. Oh wait, there's some stuff. Storage containers. Argon, fluorine. Okay. All right, I think we cleared this place. Good. We came out of that pretty good. We ended up with some good stuff. Let's just check our weapons real quick. And I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so I don't think we picked up anything new. Tech barrel reflex sight. All right, so this Grendel's better than the other one. So we'll put that in the Grendel spot. But I'm digging this shotgun this time. All right, where are we going? What's this? There are two different directions, so we'll go to the Crete lab first. So remember, in our first run through, we went to the Crete lab. We landed and we were forced. We had to go to the Crete lab. That was just part of the way it worked. Here, this playthrough, we can go anywhere we want. Like there's no, our next mission is to go to Constellation on New Jemison, or on Jemison on New Atlantis, but we don't have to. So we can play this any way we want. So we don't actually have to join Constellation if we don't want to. Personal atmosphere. And and there's not really any reason to join Constellation this time, unless you want to go back to the Unity. So if you want to go to the Unity, then it is worthwhile to do Constellation. Now we've got a pack this time. Let's see if we can get to the top. Remember, we had to kind of, first time we did this, we went through the Crete Research Lab from the inside and fought our way to the top to fight and the pirates were over there. and we killed him. But this time we've got a boost pack, so we can go straight to the top. And see, I remembered that helium-3 was there. Pirates aren't here this time. So see, things are a little different. Last time we came through that door, and the pirates were all standing right here. They're not here. So it's these little differences that make it interesting, I think. Now, there was a chest up here somewhere. So there was a little bit of loot up here, so let's check it out. Weapons crate, caseless shotgun shells, and an advanced coachman. Nice. See, look at the difference here. We've got a bashing coachman. It's nice because it's rare and it's got bashing, so it deals double damage when you're bashing. I don't do bashing. I don't really do melee damage. If you're into that, great. Look how much the advanced coachman does. 522. That's the gun you want to use. Trust me, brothers and sisters. That is your gun. All right, so that's my new shotgun. So you always want to upgrade from just regular to calibrated, from calibrated to refined, and refined to advanced. There's some rare reasons you wouldn't, but as a general rule, that's the way to go. So an advanced coachman, that was a good find. Med pack, we need that. And so, see, we would not have found an advanced coachman the first time we came through because we were level 1 or maybe level 5 at best when we hit this place. But if you're level 60 plus, you will find more better gear. I think there's a chest down here. Yeah. And so see, I know little things like, hey, there was a chest down here last time I came, so it's probably still there, but it might not be. There are some things that move around. All right, let's this time we're going to go into the building from this side, from the roof, and see what's in here. Now it looks like the pirates aren't here. Because the pirates were here last time. So there are small differences in the game. Now, when first time we decided to go to Jemison, what do we got here? Ooh, incendiary refined. That's a better Equinox than we've got. Any personnel and incendiary. That's a nice Equinox. Oh, let me put that amp on my hotbar. I don't use it very often, but I do use amp once in a while. I usually put amp there. Then I put meds, usually med pack, trauma pack, and then I spread everything else out. I usually put those 3 starborn powers that you see there on where they're at. Okay. But yeah, oh, let's fix that Equinox. We probably won't use it. That's actually a decent spacesuit. We probably won't use the incendiary Equinox. It's not bad, but I don't use laser rifles that often. See, I don't even have the Equinox on my hotbar yet. I didn't put it because I didn't have much ammo a minute ago. All right, so we're inside the Crete lab, but we're coming from upstairs down. There was a hatch, yeah. Now in here, last time we were in here, yeah, that bad boy was in here. Credits.
You're dead. We're all dead. The comms relay has been trashed. The whole room is trashed. We can't call for help. I can hear the terror more
Novice
roaring
on the
somewhere.
market.
And more people screaming.
It's going to be that. I got to be careful because I don't have extra digipicks. So if I mess these up, I'm wasting the digipick, and then we might not be able to do it again. That was my only digipick. So we got, oh, 50 MI array. I like that. That's my favorite. Credits. Specialized Advanced Novalite. Okay, that's our new handgun. because it's an advanced handgun. Yeah, it's not as good as the Coachman, but it's a nice, it's way better than that Eon. Okay. All right, anything else in here? Oh, a digipick. So they basically set you up there. They put a digipick there so you could open that safe. All right, we only have 43 rounds on this. You know what? I am going to switch to the... I got 163 rounds on this laser rifle, so I'm going to use it. We'll see how I do with it. I don't use laser rifles very often. Alright, let's do it. We got a digipick, we might as well. And it's an easy one, relatively easy one. We're going to be careful though. It's got to be that. Yeah, it's got to be that. It's got to be that. Has to be that. There we go. See, 26 rounds, that's all that was in there. That wasn't worth the digipick. That's the problem with picking all these locks. Check out his computer. Check out his...
It's loose. The Terramorph is loose. We can't stop it. When we tried to sync with the neural control interface,
you can pause it if you want to read that.
Broke through its containment chamber like it was made out of
I'm not going to
paper.
read it.
It killed
See, we've read all this
Michelson,
before.
Cobb, and Sumatri in all of 1 minute. I'm not even sure where it is now. It took off deeper into the facility. Security.
But our go-to
went in
weapon
after it, but
is
friggin'
the
luck.
best weapon's really that Coachman,
When I
but
know it's
we'll
safe,
run this for a
I'm
minute.
going to make a run for the comm relay. Try to call
All right.
in the cavalry.
They're going to try to call in the
Anyway,
cavalry at the comm relay. It doesn't look like they made it.
Wishing he had gone to dentist school like his parents wanted.
Looks like the Terramorph killed everybody. We did not find a Terramorph on this planet last time we were here. So I don't know what happened there. Oh, is that a room? Oh no, that's where we were. Yeah, that's where we were. Down. But it looks like it's empty. It looks like there's, in this version, this reality, there are no pirates in here. Yeah, this place looks empty. Appears. We'll see. There were pirates in here last time we were here. So it looks like we've gotten here a little later than last time. The pirates cleared the place out, or they never came here. And the Terramorph killed everybody. Because he talks about the Terramorph getting loose. I guess it's possible the Terramorph didn't kill everyone and the pirates did. I guess that is a thing. We don't really know. Alright, so I'm just looting unless we run into somebody. Like we're starting out. I need everything I can get. I need cash. I need resources. Oh, digipick. Digipicks are important. Mobilizer is good. And I might miss stuff. I'm not being that thorough in the looting here. But again, we started with nothing. Novice, let's do it. We have to pick. Oh, we got 3 now. Okay, I picked up more than I thought. All right, that one will go there, and then that'll go there. Yeah. Okay. That'll probably go. No. That'll probably go there. Yeah. That'll go there. That'll go there, and that'll go there. I'm decent at doing these locks. Oh, now we can get a little more backstory about the war. I'm not going to read it, but I'll wait here a second if you want to pause it and read it. Okay. All right, next I'm going to do the same thing here because I've read these before. I did take time reading most of them on the first playthrough because it was new. I'd never read it, right? Okay. All right, anything else in here useful? There's got to be something. We had to pick the lock. And again, we're over level 60, and we're playing on extreme difficulty, so we're gonna get better drops. I don't think we'll get more drops, but we'll get better drops. Alright, that one can only go there. Yeah, it can only go there. And that means there's got to be one like that. Okay. Boosted advanced Razorback. Ooh, that's a nice handgun. Only 23 rounds though. Oops. That's a nice handgun. I don't think it's as good as the other one, but let me just check real quick. 464. Oh yeah. That's better. That handgun's better than this one. But I don't have much ammo for it. But you know what? I'm going to favor it. That'll be the handgun we use till we run out of ammunition. That's a nice gun. Do you see? We're picking up nice guns right from the start. Alright. That was worth coming in here. Because we got that gun. And it was worth opening those locks. Only problem is we don't have much ammo for it. Med packs. And we're going to need med packs more in this one because we're playing on extreme difficulty. So we're going to take more damage. No doubt. Yeah, so everybody looks dead here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Picked up a vial. It's just junk. I could drop it, but I usually just hold on to it, and just when I sell it all. It's worth a couple of credits, so it's really not worth the weight of carrying it. Find Equinox. The one we're running is better. Because it's a refined one with mods and incendiary. And this is not the most optimal start. If I was going to do the most optimal start, I wouldn't have come to Crete. I would have gone somewhere else to do what I'm doing right now. I'd go to a higher level planet. Because a higher level planet, you'll spawn even better loot if you're on a high level planet in general. Now it's more dangerous on the higher level planet, but for a better optimal start, there's other places we could have gone than Crete. But refined. But I felt like, hey, we might as well do this to see what it's like to come back here. Alright, Project Pet Shop. Not going to read it. Take a second, you can read it. Arthropods. Again, just pause it if you want to read it. Success. Because I've read all this before. So again, this is why you're changed every time you go through the Unity, because you know things that you didn't know before, and things that you thought were important are not important, and so every time, experience does change people. So it's interesting concepts. Get this guy. We did that computer, right? Yeah, that's the one we just did. Now we're finding digipigs. Yes, this place is empty. Unless they're waiting for us at the front when we go out. But yeah, remember there were pirates in here that we had to fight our way through. There weren't a lot. I don't know. Maybe there were 10-ish inside. 10, 15. And then there were a few on the roof. Alright, I think that's it. Let's go. There's a gun rack in one of these rooms. I think it's in this room. So that's the thing. A lot of these places start looking the same after a while, and so you're like, "Hey, was there something in this one?" And you try to remember. Could have been one of the other ones. So you don't always remember exactly where stuff is, but some stuff you remember. Yeah, here's that gun rack. Advanced Grendel. There we go. That's our new Grendel. Yeah, check out the Advanced Grendel. It does 30. It doesn't have any mods on it, but it does 34. The old Grendel only did 13. So this does 3 times the damage. So that's our new Grendel. And those weapons are all random. Like, who knows what was on there last time. It definitely wasn't an Advanced Grendel when we came through here. And it may not have even been a Grendel. It could have been anything. But it wouldn't have been advanced. It probably would have been basic. Or if we were lucky, it might have been calibrated. But it was probably, we were only probably like level 3 when we came through there. So it was probably just a standard Grendel. Or something. It was a standard something. Oh, did you pick? Alright. We'll open it. So we've got 4 digipicks now, so we're in better shape. Sit. And it is more important to do this now because we have no gear. So doing the digipicks everywhere is not a bad idea because we need some gear. All right, just look at these real quick. New beginnings. So if you want to watch it, pause it. Candidate 1. If I'm too fast, again, just pause it. Ashta. Trial failure. So these are the logs of the head scientist. He's working on a Xeno weapons project here. And it worked. They did some good jobs on the arthropods, but remember the Ashta failed. The Ashta project, the Ashta turned out to be uncontrollable, and then they were working on a xenomorph, and it got loose and killed everybody. I think that's what happened here. Empty. And we will go back to Constellation when we land at Jemison, by the way. And I might go to Jemison after this. I just wanted to stop here just to show how it was different from the first time if you watched my first videos. Oh, I've been in there. Here's the way out. This way? See, we fought a bunch of pirates in here. First time. Nothing in here. Oh, wait. Take that back. Some sparkling water. We're almost out. So again, it's sort of like Groundhog Day. To get those, you pick it up, you hit your execute button, and then you can pick that up, and then the thing falls out. There it is. And you put the thing, hit the execute button again to put it down. There is a quest, basically. There's a spot where somebody asks you for water, where a colonist or a space captain or somebody can ask you for water. And so it's, if you want to give it to them, it's handy to have water, so you can just complete that quest in a positive way. I do like to complete quests in a positive way, because I do feel it probably opens up other quests. I don't know that for sure, but that's my feeling. We got 200 rounds on this, so we're way better equipped now. Remember, we started with one gun with 100 rounds, fought our way to our coachman, and basically used the coachman once we got it off one of the spacers on, and it was just a standard coachman. We used it on the spacers, and that got us through. So you can win this game pretty much with any weapons. You just gotta be careful and just use them right. And then you just fight your way to better weapons. Is that everything in here? Yeah, okay, let's go down. Like I said, we're almost out of here. And remember, there's a heat leech down here somewhere. And I like to kill heat leeches. So if I see a heat leech, I kill it. Digipigs. I think the heat leech is over here. I'll let it go. I suck with the laser rifle. Haven't been used to running that. I hit it once, but it didn't kill it. It must have armor against lasers, because one shot from this should have killed it, I thought. And I missed it the other like 3 times. But I'm gonna leave it. I don't care that much. But I will kill them when I can. But I'm not gonna go hunt it. Yeah, and heat leeches can kill you. I've been attacked by lots of heat leeches in this game at certain points, and if you mess up, they can kill you. Especially when there's a pack. Alright, we're out. Alright, let's go back to our ship. I'm not gonna search the whole planet. And see, we landed in a different spot. Last time we landed up there somewhere. Where is our ship? Well, our ship's gonna be over there, right? Yeah. Crete Research Lab. Go to the lodge. Alright. Just have a quick look at the map. Remember, we went there. Oh, partially explored. Only 63%. We didn't actually hit all of it. That's alright. Okay, let's head back. I'm not going to bother trying to explore the whole thing. We're probably overweight. Yeah, we are. You can tell because I'm running and I'm already losing oxygen. before sprinting. Or if you can run without losing oxygen if you're underweight. I think. Might be. Ooh, what's that? Something to scan. They're not attacking us, so. Again, we don't have our transport yet. We need to buy one, but we don't have any money. Well, we do now, but I don't know if we have enough to buy a transport. When we get there, we'll look. Okay, we finished scanning those on the first way in. Here's grab some harvested for some fiber. Here's our ship. We could check that out, an explored geological feature, but I'm not going to bother. If I was in the mood to really explore, we'd run over there and check that out. But I think I'm just going to head back to Jemison and join Constellation, because we haven't joined Constellation yet. We haven't met Sarah and the gang. Same thing as last time. Those things will fight and attack us if we bug them too much. But I'm gonna, unless it wants to fight me, I'm gonna leave it alone. If it wants to fight me, we'll take it out. They're usually pack animals, so if one comes after us, they all will. Now, one thing, I've got a salt boost pack, so I have to be a little careful. If I boost near an enemy of any kind, it'll burn them. And so if they're not hostile, it'll burn them and they'll attack us. So I need to be a little careful. Okay, we're back to our ship. Alright, now that we're on the ship, let's dump our gear. We'll just dump it all in the cargo hold for now, but we are going to run out of cargo space. But we came out with some good stuff. Alright, my inventory. I do aid and resources first. And when I say first, what I care about is, do I have ship parts? Nope, no ship parts. And then resources. Dump all resources. And then I'll probably put the plushie in the locker for now. Notes, aid, throwables, apparel, helmets. I should probably put the stuff that I can sell. Yeah, see, we're not going to use any of that. Not going to use any of that. Alright, bash and coaching, we're going to sell that. Calibrated Grendel, we're going to sell that. Sell that. We need the cutter. Sell that, sell that. Sell those. Modified caliber, sell that. Modified Equinox, sell that. Modified Maelstrom, we're going to keep that. Keep that. Alright, there we go. That'll do for now. Alright, sit in the pilot seat, take off. Do this a few times since we're in a new ride, and then I'll start fast traveling again. Can't fast travel between places because we haven't been anywhere yet. The only place we've been now is Nectarian Creek. We've been to 2 places. Might as well fully power up the grav drive. Alright, we're going to go now to the lodge. So we're going to set course for Jemison. And we'll sell along the way. We'll sell our stuff along the way.
Unidentified ship. We're going to attempt to contraband. Please comply. Pretty place?
Yes, you were in a weird ship that they've never seen before. They're like, what kind of ship is that?
Alright, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
So you still get contraband scanned. And then remember, you're going to scan. But I have that scanning skill up. So I can scan anything in the system. So there's Gagarin. So I'm just going to go ahead and scan. My general rule is I try to remember to scan every planet when I enter the system. And every moon. I try to remember to do that. I don't always get it. But this saves me from having to do it later. And it's money if it's a gas giant. So see, I'm going to get money for that one. For all I did was just do this. And so this is a like astro scanning skill or something. And see, that ship was there last time. We never went there, but it's still there. And then that, what is that? Sensor contact is still there. Those were there last time. Now these kind of things do move around. So just because it's there this time doesn't mean it's always there. I already scanned that. And then the eye. All right, so I just scanned everything. And then just to show you, like I said, I've got long range scanning. So like Barnard Star, I can scan it. See, so I think it's something like 16 light years range. I can scan anything around. Ptolemy, since I'm here. Ptolemy 1. We didn't go to... Yeah, we did. We went to Ptolemy last time. I for a second there, I lost my mind and couldn't remember that we went to Ptolemy. So again, you don't have to necessarily go places in the order you did in a previous run-through. You can go anywhere you want. And we've got a ship that will go anywhere. 30 light-year jump range, and this ship can get anywhere. Within a few jumps, where the other ships, there were places you couldn't go because the jump was just too far. All right, so we're going to land at New Atlantis for the first time. And like I said, so it's a different experience at level 205 than it was at level 1. And we're not limited where we had to go a certain path the first time to tell the story. This time we can go anywhere we want. And we're playing on extreme, so the bad guys are going to hit a lot harder. And we're going to hit a lot harder because we've got more skills. And like I said, things are going to be the same, but different, so it's a little weird. And we don't have a bed to sleep in. We already dumped all our gear. How much money do we have? All right, we've collected 7,000 credits. Not much. Remember, last time we did this, the first thing I did was throw a grenade at this guy. He didn't like it.
Whoa! So, I can't place the manufacturer of your ship. I'm just gonna write down custom, and then awesome in parentheses. Hope that's okay.
Yeah, it's perfect. I'd like to purchase a vehicle. Let's see how much they cost.
Okay.
I don't remember. 25,000 credits. We don't have it yet. Okay, fair enough. And honestly, we should probably save our credits to buy ammo. And see, if we look at the map, none of the waypoints are active. So we haven't been anywhere. And one last look, there's our ride. We just landed in that thing. And I'm going to stay in it. You could take the Frontier, or you could even sell the Frontier now, but I'm not going to. All right.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility
This didn't happen last time.
will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. we'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to Mast ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
So we'll listen to this.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics.
Might actuate a quest.
It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled, but I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back.
So this is some backstory. First time we came through here, this interaction didn't happen.
Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
Alright. Hey, let's check out our apparel. I just thought about that. Is there something better we could wear? We got the blue jumpsuit's not bad, but is there something I'd rather wear? Alright, everything gives you 5. Lab outfit, engineering outfit, frontier attire, hazmat suit, space undersuit. I think I like the frontier attire. We'll put that on. Okay.
I am really in the middle of something.
So see, it's the same.
As you enter the city, please
almost. There's little differences every time you do this. So it leads you, it leads you on different quests in different orders, and sometimes there's quests that you don't get offered in, but in other times you will. There's a lot of randomness. But we're gonna come in here and we're gonna sell the junk we don't need.
Been having brownouts all the time.
Hi there. Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask.
Investigate the brownouts in the well. We didn't do that last time, but I think we heard him talking about it last time. We just didn't do it. I think it was in our quest list. Hey, what do you have for sale?
Oh, please, take a look.
Alright, so here, we just really want to sell stuff. Spacesuits, no. Ammo, no. Weapons. These are all the weapons we want to keep. So this is all the stuff we want to keep. Oh, let's check the miscellaneous. Get rid of junk I accidentally picked up. Okay. But we can sell from the Starborn Guardian. So anything in our cargo hold, we can sell to any vendor. Problem is, if you're full, you can't put more stuff in there. All right, it's calibrated, nothing we want. You just got to watch. Only has about 6,000 credits. So you just got to watch that. Packs, we don't need either of those. Spacesuits, any ballisticated navigator. Deep recon, holstered, calibrated. No, we don't. We'll get rid of all that. Money is more important right now. And then we'll get rid of the bashing coachman because it's just standard. We'll get rid of the calibrated Grendels. Sell what? Two of them? 194. We can get rid of the Eon. We'll get rid of the Reforged Rescue. Actually, she's got 39 left. We're good. I'm not gonna.
Thanks for coming in.
I'm not going to try to buy any of her stuff because we're just so low on money. How much money do we end up with? All right, we're up to 13,000 credits. We still can't buy that car. We're going to make our way to Constellation. Along the way, I'm going to stop and sell more gear. I just want to clear out my inventory. Get all the cash I can. So we're going to go to the commercial district. We'll go to UC distribution because we know where UC distribution is now, even though we've never been there. So I think it's fair to use all of our knowledge now. Like I said, I'm playing this. Speak with the Trackers Alliance agent. We didn't do that last time. I'm playing this like, again, like now we're NG plus 10 plus, because we're level 200. We've done this before. So it's going to be a slightly different kind of game.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods.
Okay, good.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online.
I think she always says the same thing to start, and after that she's got some 3 or 4 random lines she says.
I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
All right. Hey, what do you have for sale?
Yes, of course. Please, take a look.
All right, so here we just want to sell. All right, calibrated Grendels, Coachman, Eon, Equinox, Lawgivers, modified calibrated Grendel. Modify. Yeah, we already decided we want to sell all this stuff. 393. Oh, that's all we can sell. She doesn't have any money left. Well, let's see if we got. You know what? I'm going to sell those because she's got some money. All right. All right.
Back to it then.
So we've sold everything now that we want to sell. So let's get to the lodge and join Constellation. I think we're going to do that. Won't bother going out. So one thing I like doing is I like opening up all the companion quests. So I do like to play Constellation early rather than later, even if I'm not speedrunning it. Wait, what's that? Garbleward's trying to kill me. Find the source of the broadcast at Hell's Gate. So something just came through. Some garbled something just came over the over the news broadcast. They generally broadcast out news, and a lot of it is stuff you've done. Like when you go sell her that news lady the news stories, she you start hearing that news as you're running around. That lady there, that's the lady who wants a cappuccino. So again, there's certain things you kind of know. All right, so we're gonna run the mast. We're not gonna worry about her cappuccino right now, but if we pick up, we might pick her up a cappuccino and then give it to her. Because we know she wants one. You can boost in the city. See that fire coming out the bottom? Like I said, if you're too close, that'll burn people. And that's okay if you want to burn your enemies, but that can get you in trouble if it's somebody you don't really want to burn. You can't burn anyone in the city, by the way. It only works if it's somebody you can really fight outside of cities. Alright, let's see what happens in here. It's kind of scary. We're going to join Frontier again, join Constellation again.
Excuse me, this is a private... Wait. There's something familiar about you. Vasco, identify.
Scanning. Cross-referencing known employee records of our affiliated organizations. Please remain still. This appears to be the miner from Argos Extractors. Lost as we were carrying the artifact from Vectera. Current whereabouts, previously unknown.
I see. Vasco already delivered the artifact. So, why are you showing up now?
Yeah, so see, it's slightly different from what happened last time. In the last one, we flew back with Vasco. Somehow, we got separated from Vasco, and he came back by himself with the artifact. So we didn't bring them an artifact back. So now we got a choice. We can skip a bunch of the main quests and not tell them we're Starborn. Or we can redo the main quest. I've done it both ways. I prefer to repeat the main quest. It opens up options that you don't get if you do it the other way. So we're going to repeat the main quest.
Interesting.
You want this rock breaker in our organization? After getting lost the first time?
But he still showed up, didn't he? Isn't persistence a signature trait for an explorer?
So see, it's the dialogue is slightly different.
Very important discovery here. What you found on Vectera, the artifact. There's more. And they're creating something we don't understand yet. If you're serious about wanting to be a part of this, then you have to know that we are diving headfirst into the unknown. There could be considerable risks.
Hey, I'm ready. Let's find out what these artifacts are.
Good. We'll set you up with a room. Take some time to meet everyone. Then, when you're ready, you and I will be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet.
So you basically do, so they gave us 25,000 credits, a cutter, and an advanced Grendel. 7.77 cases. 5 med packs. So she gave us more stuff this time. And a lodge key.
Around the lodge a lot. Like, almost all the time.
I don't think she gave us any constellation armor. Nope. And so now we have 2 advanced Grendels. Because we had picked one up when we were out there. And we got 44,000 credits. We can buy our car.
Doesn't that bother
Alright, so remember that magazine before that we started with? There's that same magazine, but we already have that power, but I still picked them all up. Now she said introduce yourself. So let's talk to people.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I don't think we talked to him at the beginning last time. Hey, I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, so slightly different dialogue. Hey, glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Yeah, I don't think he told us any of that on our last one. Craft or modify an item. I don't think he told us any of this last time. Complete a research project, craft an item. We won't do a research project because we've got maxed out research skill. Hey, what's your role in Constellation?
Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all
he
my
did
success
tell us
in
this
business
last time.
doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need.
Yeah, he's the money man.
And as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Hey, this isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home as much as anywhere else.
Okay, that's enough for
Until
talking to
next
him. Let's talk to her. We
Another
haven't
round
talked
of
to her yet.
invoices coming in soon, Walter.
Oh, come on,
Never
Noelle.
ends, does it?
She's not
Dare I ask what I'm
activating.
paying for now?
Artifacts won't find themselves.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Hey, Sarah said there was a place to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So
And we don't
you've
actually
seen the
have to go on the tour with her. We know where our room
Walter's
is.
quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks,
We'll go ahead and
Constellation's
follow
founder,
her.
had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Yeah, I think that painting over there is Sebastian Banks, the guy who founded Constellation. Yeah, we don't have to talk to these guys and do this, but if we don't, it's gonna, a lot of it'll stay in their chat log, and they're gonna want to talk to us about it eventually. So we might as well do it now.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs.
Okay, there's one room. Excellent. We know where it is. It's this one. Let her come open the door for us. And then she'll be done with this conversation. And then that's... Oh, we haven't talked to Mateo yet. He's in here somewhere, I think. We'll probably go talk to Mateo, and then we'll go do something else.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet.
Mateo in his room?
I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Okay, now, this spacesuit here, Mystery Gravis suit, in the last run-through, I didn't pick that up because I was playing as a new guy, and it's just an overpowered suit for a brand new level 1 character. It is the best suit in the game, I think. So see, it's a way better suit. And actually, Chameleon, Acrobat, Mirrored, I actually like all of that better than what's on the Venator. And the Venator's a good suit, but the Mystery Gravis suit is even better. This one, I think this one looks better, but this one has better stats on it. This was an enhancement added in one of the patches. I think they decided people that had, after a while, people that are on next gen 10 or plus, you know, wanted an option of something even better than the Venator. And so they added that into the game. Yeah, because the problem is the Venator has the same problem all of the original Starborn suits have. You just have one piece. So because of that, you only have the 3 legendary effects. And then when you look at the stats, if you add up 3 different pieces, you can actually get better stats, and you can get better epic kind of things. So they added this one in to be an even better suit. Unfortunately, I think this one looks better, but we are going to switch to this one now because we are in next gen 10, so I think that's fair. But we are going to come to our locker and store the stuff that we want to keep, but we're not going to use right now, or maybe it's for glamour reasons or for something else. All right, we're going to hold on. Oh no, we're not going to hold on to the lab outfit. We don't need it. I've got all my researched. Blue labor jumpsuit. no reason to hold on to that because we're holding on to the other one. Engineering, don't need it, don't need it. Hazmat, don't need it, don't need it, don't need it. So we just dumped that stuff. Throwables, I don't usually use mines, so I'm just going to dump them now. Ammo, aid, aid. I'm going to jump that. So same as last time. Same kind of stuff I dumped last time, I'm dumping again. And I might use it eventually, but I'm not going to use it in the short run. Oop, I want that heal gel back. And some of this I could sell. Okay. Notes. Got a book, didn't we? Yeah. Oliver Twist. We can dump that. Ship repair, dump that. Actually, Constellation Guide, dump that. I'm going to keep the survey data. We can sell it. Dump, 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 dump. Survey data, keep that. Dump, dump. Oh, we need to read that. Oh, I can't. I'm dumping, I'm not reading. I don't know if I read all this stuff last time. Alright, so we need to read that. Secret outpost. Loyal to your crew, I get it, but screw that. Big Bar still get to Denebola 1B. There's a secret outpost we're trying to crack. We'll go there in a little bit. Once in a lifetime opportunity. You will regret it for the rest of your life if you don't get your ass over here. We didn't go there last time, now that I think about it. So what that does is that starts up the Mantis quest line. You have to find one of those slates, and you usually find it on a spacer. But we found spacer. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. We found a spacer outpost. And so we got that off of one of the spacers we killed. So I'm going to get rid of it. Can I get rid of it now? No, I got to hold on to it. But I got 4 survey data for Vlad. I keep doing that. Alright, so we're going to get some rest. And then I'm going to save, and then I think I'm going to quit for the day. I'm going to go eat some dinner. I'll probably be back in a few hours. So, hey, if you've enjoyed watching Starfield, great. Hey, we're in Next Gen plus 10. So you notice it says at the top, Personal Atmosphere 10. So that's because I went and found that power 10 times, and all the powers 10 times. Takes a while, but it's worth it. The powers get stronger and better. So definitely do that if you're really wanting to play this game long term. But anyway, so we're playing through Next Gen 10 Plus. This might be the world I just stay in. I may not jump again. So I'm going to try to play most of the things out unless I get bored or unless things go really wrong, and then I could jump to a new universe. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back in a few hours. Thanks. Bye.